Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
I am Shaima and this is my wonderful friend Arti, and this is our initial Facebook video to introduce ourselves and share something with you from a place of love, which we hope will resonate and we hope you will find useful. So just to briefly introduce ourselves, we are both coaches and my speciality is in relationships, any type of relationships really, anything to do with matters of the heart, anything to do with love. In particular, my passion is romantic relationships. So if there's anything you need in terms of understanding relationships, whether you're single, married, in between, anything, please feel free to reach out. I'm always here.
And I am a coach and hypnotherapist, and I work with people on managing stress and anxiety, and that can be from any source. So a lot of people just have stress and anxiety, they don't know where it's from, or it's from their job, or it's from, things at home. So just, different people have different things that they would need to be working on, and I help them manage that. I also give lots of talks to corporations and individuals on stress management and anxiety management.
Awesome. So what we would really love to set our intention is for you guys to get something from this video, whatever you need at this moment. So whether it's just a single quote or sentence we say that resonates, or you have an aha moment, or if there's something specific you're actually looking for in terms of support or a specific issue in your life, we hope something resonates. But in any case, do feel free to reach out to us afterwards if you'd like to hear more.
Yes.
Awesome. So what we wanted to talk to you about in our first video, something that I think hopefully we know a lot about given our relationship, is the syncing of soul friendships. So we call it soul sisters because of us, but it could be anything: soul sisters, brothers, brother, sister, anything. And what we mean by that is the importance of friendships and support, regardless of your situation or where you are in life. But also how sometimes the closeness of a friendship can mean your energies sync. So you might find, suddenly you're having exactly the same issue as your friend, or even if it doesn't appear like it's the same issue, when you dig a little deeper, you'll be like, oh, okay, actually, the lesson for me here might be that I need to learn how to deal with stress without having a meltdown. I think we probably had that issue at the same time in our lives.
Or how to be kinder to ourselves and not be so self-judgmental when we're going through a tough time and we sort of feel like, oh, but I'm working as a coach and I'm still going through a tough time, is that okay? And, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's also been amazing how many times Shaima's somehow seems to know that I'm going through a tough time, or vice versa.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not the best at reaching out for support, but she kind of knows, I don't know how she knows. she kind of knows to text me at just the right time, or like meet up for a coffee at just the right time. And I think that's a lot of syncing with sort of maybe a third intuition, knowing when your friend is going through a tough time and when they need some support. Yeah. Maybe we just talk to each other a lot.
Maybe. I think also it's something non-verbal, and I don't really know how to explain that. But yeah. I know what you mean. Like sometimes, even if we haven't spoken for a few days, literally something will just start saying to me, Shai, can you just reach out to Arti? And don't, like, the voice will say, don't make it about you. You don't even feel you need to say something about your day, or you don't even need to harass her with questions. Just tell her, you're there for her. Yeah. That's literally all you need. And as you said, suddenly you'll be like, actually, that is what I needed at this point. How did you know?
Yeah.
And it's literally just a voice. So like, you can learn to trust that voice. If something is telling you, reach out to someone. You don't need to overthink it. Just trust it. And most of the time, you'll probably find it's your intuition, and it's probably right.
Yeah. And it's so easy these days with Facebook and WhatsApp, and just to send a quick message saying, hey, how are you doing? And it could change their whole day, which it has done.
For sure. Yay. So I think we wanted to go through a few anecdotes. So that's probably anecdote 1. How our intuition tells us when each other maybe needs something or needs support.
Yeah.
Anecdote 2. What else can we say about our syncing energies?
I think it's the importance of maintaining friendships So we actually went to school together, but then we could have drifted apart at university, we could have drifted apart when we started working, but we kept that link and we kept that bond. And even when we've entered relationships and that kind of thing, and we've got a bit busier with life, worked in different countries, we've always kept that bond with each other. And it's so important not to focus all your energy on, you know, your new situations and your new partner and your new this and your new that, and forget that actually someone's been there with you, knows you inside out because they've known you since you were 10 years old or whatever. And keeping that link, and you know, it might not be the same as when you saw each other every day, but the moments that you do have with each other, you just pick up where we left off, don't we? Yeah, it's the importance of kind of keeping your friendships intact, whatever else is going on in your life, and respecting that sometimes some people are busy.
Yeah,
when they come back, they'll be back.
Yeah. And I think actually that reminded me, we talk a lot about syncing when our emotions possibly sync and we're going through the same time. But it's also happened that, for example, I'll be having a breakdown and Artie will be completely, you know, in a place of complete emotional stability. And that can obviously be incredible as well, because she's helped me through a lot just by being calm and being there for me. And I think it's important to remember that if, for example, you are the stable friend in that situation and your friend is having a breakdown, just be aware of your own energy and protecting yourself, because especially with friends, you're probably very empathetic, you probably feel a lot of their stuff. Just be conscious not to take that on, so not to have a breakdown yourself, because, you know, of course you care about your friend and you're going to feel that, but don't internalize it too much. Does that make sense?
And it's kind of what your friend needs from you is for you to remain strong and stable while they're going through their thing. So remembering that and keeping that bigger picture, and not, there's sort of caring, and then there's caring so much that that care turns into something that you need help with. Which, you know, is fine, but then recognise that for yourself and kind of work on that, rather than just kind of be like, oh gosh, I'm really upset now because Shiny's upset, or vice versa, which isn't helpful to the other person, and it's not helpful to yourself as well. Yeah.
And actually, on that note, if there are things, if you guys, for example, have similar issues and there's stuff maybe I say that could trigger something in Artie, something that, you know, could trigger some emotions that she's not, you know, that she But yeah, we have, I mean, again, it comes down to thinking. Sometimes there will be stuff that I talk about that hits really close to home, and in that situation, maybe you do need a third party, be it a coach or just another person or something, just to sound something off, or however you process stuff. But like Artie said, just being aware can help you protect that.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Any other anecdotes we have? Okay.
There was, on that note, there have been times where I can't talk about that right now. It's too much of a trigger for me. But then that's shown me that there's something I need to work on, and there's something I need to talk to my coaches and mentors about. Which I'm always doing on a continuous basis, because every good coach, every good mentor will be constantly looking at themselves, constantly self-reflecting, constantly working on themselves so that they can work with their clients. So I used to find it irritating when I was triggered, because oh God, that's another thing. But now I'm like, okay, that's exciting. I'll learn something new about myself. I'll learn some new techniques. I'll learn something new about human emotions, and then I'll be able to help someone else with it. So yeah. But it is important to know. I felt like I'm being a bit rude when I'm like, I can't talk about that right now, but Shina's never taken it that way. So
no, yeah. I mean, it is important not to take things personally. If your friend doesn't want to talk, remember it's not about you. It's just they're processing their own stuff, and that's fine. And actually, on that vein, also be aware of what your friend needs. I made the mistake recently of when Artie literally just needed me to be there for her, and maybe it's because I'm a coach, or I don't know why, I just went into fix it mode. So I was like, well, try this, try that, and Artie was like, okay, just want to talk, Shai? Is that okay? So if you don't know, just ask them, you know, which I'm learning to do now. Just ask, do you want me to just listen, or do you want suggestions? And take their lead on that.
And don't be afraid to say either. So, you know, don't expect your friend to mind read and be like, oh, but why did she say this? It's so annoying. Well, actually tell them this is what I need right now. And the likelihood is they're like, oh, okay, thank you for being clear. You know? Rather than, oh, why did you just reject the way I wanted to help you? You know, so don't expect mind reading.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. So what we wanted to do for you guys as a call to action was to encourage you to contact at least one soul sister or soul brother you have in your life, and that can be anyone that you have a relationship with, basically. So don't worry too much about what's the definition of a soul sister or brother. Anyone you feel a connection with, we'd like you to reach out to them, thank them specifically for being wonderful, for being in your life, for being there for you, and if possible, do an act of kindness for them. And this act of kindness can be something that resonates with them. So everyone has what we call a love language. And to go through it very briefly, that just means that they will experience love and give love in a certain way. So there are 5, which are physical touch, words of affection, I'm going to have to remember all of these now, quality time, gift giving, and
acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yes.
So if you can recognize that person, so for example, Saj, who's one of our close friends, I would say her love language is words of affirmation, because she's super sweet with words. She always tells us she loves us. She's very giving in that sense. So if I wanted to show Saj an act of love, maybe I'll just write her a nice letter and just thank her for everything she does. So we encourage you to do that for somebody.
Can you imagine doing that to Jen?
She'd be like, I think you sent this to the wrong person. Okay, just returning that.
So Jen's love language really isn't that, and if you sent her that, she'd feel really awkward. So doing something else for Jen would be the way to go. Probably, I think, gifts. Jen.
I'm not sure Jen's love language is, actually. We'd have to ask her.
Yeah.
Maybe gifts.
Yeah,
but ask them if you're not sure. Have the conversation with them, and this, I think, especially in romantic relationships, is very important. And if you're not sure, just ask, just be open, experiment, and explore.
Yes.
So
thank you very much for listening. Please comment if anything resonated with you, if you've got any questions. We're really excited because this is our first video together and we want to make more.
Yes.
We're both coaches. We both have slightly different flavours in how we work, but that's really exciting when we come together because it gives you a bigger experience. So thank you for listening. Comment, like, share, and stay tuned for more.
Thank you so much. Bye.